Good evening, fellow Pfeiffe alumni. My name is Nick Haigler, and I graduated from Pfeiffe in 2011 with a degree in Christian missions. I hope you're having a great time as annual conference is starting. I've been asked to share with you a little bit about my journey. I originally chose Pfeiffe because I wanted to be a history teacher, and I did not want to go to school far away from home because I was a first-generation university student. After being accepted, but before signing up for classes, I changed my major to youth ministry and then learned of other majors that Pfeiffe offers, such as Christian education and Christian missions. Over the next 4 years, I jumped between which one I really wanted to do, because I had no clue where God was truly calling me into the ministry, but I knew I was called there somewhere. It was not until the summer before my senior year that I finally decided to go on to Christian missions, as I went on a 2-week mission trip with Dr. Phil and other students to Cuba. Over the next year, I did my internship to graduate with Dr. Phil to help plan the spring break mission trip to Nicaragua, and through that process, I knew that God was calling me to the mission field. However, my senior year was very rough, and even though I knew where God was calling me, I kept losing track. I worked second shift full-time, I was a full-time student, and I lived 30 minutes away from the campus. But thanks to Dr. Phil for urging me to apply for the mission intern program, I applied and am currently serving in Lviv, Ukraine. The Mission Intern Program is a 3-year social justice program. Half the time is spent abroad and half the time is in a domestic placement. After we apply for the program, we are sent to New York for an interview with other young adults who are interested in mission programs. After that, we wait a long month to find out whether we're accepted or not, and then another month after that to find out where we're going. As I said before, I'm living in Lviv, Ukraine right now, working with Mola do Jesus, which is a Youth to Jesus campus ministry. I also work with St. John's United Methodist Church. My time at Pfeiffe has been very beneficial in preparing me for my journey. Both in the class and out of the class, I've learned so much. The classes that were very helpful were not always the ones that were in the classroom. One of the biggest things I learned from all of my professors was how to build relationships in professional and in ministry ways. Another part of the classes that was so beneficial was the service learning portions of many classes. One of the classes I was required to volunteer with a nonprofit. I chose to work with the Urban Ministry Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. I helped with Room in the Inn program, checking people in. It was there that I began feeling God's call to work with poor people and to fight against poverty. Outside of the classroom and outside of the professors, the staff at Pfeiffe was always very open and very friendly, but they always held me accountable to what I was doing in my life, which is something I never saw in any of my friends' universities. Other than that, I worked with the Outdoor Leadership Program, where I developed leadership skills, and I also learned to help others develop those leadership skills. My role here in Lviv is to help develop social justice ministry with the students, to reach out to students on multiple campuses, and to help develop leaders there, and to work alongside of St. John's United Methodist Church and its growing understanding of what it means to be the hands and feet of Christ. Since I've been here in September, I've worked with our students in developing a feeding ministry with another ministry in the city, where we go out and feed the elderly beggars. Many of the beggars here have houses, but they don't have money to feed themselves. So we take groceries to them. This is a program that we started up, and I've slowly handed it over to some of our students. I think next semester we'll be doing the same thing again. Other programs that we work with is on Tuesdays, me and another mission intern help teach English for free, and we have several students that come and help translate for us for those who aren't able to pick up right away. With the church, we've had a growing increase of homeless people joining our community, and our church is being very well accepting of those people, but it's still hard, and we still work with them on a daily basis to help integrate those people into our community. If you have any other questions, or if you're interested in just talking and learning more of what I'm doing, please feel free to contact me at Nick Haigler. That's not my email address. It's nlhaigler@gmail.com. Thank you. Have a great time at annual conference.